Welcome to the Conservative Line. My name is Anthony and I'm your host for today's show. This website is dedicated to the cause of freedom, liberty, and individualism. Under the Obama administration and the Democratic Party, our great nation has endured enormous shocks to the economy, to its political system, and to its society. Over 200 plus years ago, a great nation was born, a nation that was to forever change the world to the betterment of mankind. The Founding Fathers created two documents that set the stage for future generations: the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution. At the very core, the very heart or core of these documents is liberty and the belief in the individual. These are the hallmarks of conservatism. As conservatives, our ideas are fundamental to the founding of this great country. Simply, we believe in small government, fiscal responsibility, strong national defense, a belief in God, individualism, strengthening our national borders, a belief in the free market. Let us now turn to the current state of affairs. In just over 6 months, the Obama administration was true to his word to change America, but to change America that he believed in. We cannot deny the fact that the Obama administration is leading this great nation onto the road of socialism. We have to be honest with ourselves, unlike the mainstream media that hails every institutional change as historic. We're not a socialist nation, but a nation that believes in hard work under a free market system. Are we that desperate that we, as Americans, need the federal government to make decisions for us at every level? There was no landslide election victory in November 2008, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Obama won only by 52%. That, my fellow Americans, is not a mandate to change the fundamentals and institutions of our society. Mr. Obama enjoys basking in the liberal limelight, likening himself to Abraham Lincoln, as well as FDR during the era of the Great Depression and World War II. Let us examine Mr. Obama's main policy initiatives. Universal health care, a government ration program costing trillions of dollars. Here, a government health board will make critical decisions as to who lives and who dies. Once the government controls healthcare decisions, he then controls the physical aspect of the American citizen. Cap and trade, nothing more than a tax on the American economy to pay for Mr. Obama's social programs. White House czars. There has been an exponential growth of these czars, and they are not accountable to the Congress. Czars increase the power of the White House. Stimulus Package 1, with potential for Stimulus 2 and 3, totaling trillions of dollars. An omnibus bill that also costs taxpayers hundreds of billions of dollars. A multi-trillion-dollar budget that Obama claims will be halved by the end of his first term. The war on terror. Officially, the Obama administration calls this the Overseas Contingency Operation. Explain that to the victims of 9/11. Guantanamo Bay. Closing the base and transferring the detainees to the United States. A few were even sent to the island paradise of Bermuda. Rogue dictator discussions. The president has sat down with brutal dictators like Hugo Chavez of Venezuela and Daniel Ortega of Nicaragua, while they demean and put down America. Those men are bullies, and yet Obama desires a dialogue and a group hug. Israel. Do you really believe that Obama supports our strongest, staunch Middle East ally? The answer is no. It is no secret that the recent meeting between Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Obama did not fare well. I say, God bless Netanyahu, because he will ultimately have to deal with its hostile neighbors solo. I and we as conservatives support our Israeli allies. Nationalizing the auto and financial services industries. This is antithetical to the free market, ladies and gentlemen. You really want the government to make decisions as to which car you must buy. With the CAFE standards becoming more restrictive, we will be driving big wheels surrounded by biodegradable and bio-friendly plastic enclosures. A death trap. All in the name of saving the environment. The fall of the Soviet Empire. Recently, Mr. Obama traveled to Russia and discussed the end of the Cold War and the fall of the Soviet Union. No credit to Ronald Reagan, but credit given to the rest of the world. Amnesty for illegal aliens. Whatever happened to the rule of law? Are we not a nation of laws? What a slap in the face to my parents and that of others who emigrated from Europe and other countries back in the early 60s and beyond. Other countries immediately jail on the spot any undocumented aliens, Mexico included. Constitutional rights being under attack. First Amendment, free speech. Free speech is essentially being attacked by reintroducing the Fairness Doctrine. Fox News and talk radio are the main targets. The Obama team is on a mission to shut them down by use of regulatory tactics. The Second Amendment, our right to keep and bear arms. Obama's Illinois record clearly shows he is not in favor of law-abiding citizens owning a firearm. Mr. Obama, why do you seek to provide tactical advantage to the criminal? The 10th Amendment, federalism. Mr. Obama is forcing the mighty arm of the federal government to compel states to accept the so-called stimulus money. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we to pay for these programs? Simply by taxation and the printing press. Inflation will eventually rear its destructive effects. Economic recovery will be delayed. It is inevitable. Japan tried spending their way out during the early 1990s, and their economy suffered for many, many years. Mr. Obama, why can't you heed the mistakes of history? We are mortgaging our future and the future of our children and of our children's children. Is this fiscal responsibility? President Obama was quoted as saying the Constitution is an imperfect document. And he also was quoted as saying a document that reflects some deep flaws, referring to the Constitution. After 200 plus years of American history, Obama believes he is on a righteous course to heal America's evil history and to transform American society. Mr. Obama's mentors include Reverend Jeremiah Wright, a known America hater whom he had known for 20 years, and William Ayers, a known unrepentant terrorist. However, his greatest mentor has been Saul Alinsky, a known socialist communist who authored the book Rules for Radicals. This is the mentality of Barack Hussein Obama. Welcome to the conservative line, my fellow Americans. I look forward to broadcasting more videos. Good day.